I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to the first episode of Let's Play Judgement, Apocalypse Survival Simulation. Judgement is a game that's being developed by Suncrash and it's currently in early access. You can see the current version that I'm playing here in the corner. And Judgement is, I'd call it post-apocalyptic colony builder strategy with RPG elements, or maybe more than post-apocalyptic. We are trying to survive an apocalypse that is currently in progress, and we'll be pretty much trying to stop it. At least that's the feeling I had from a short test run that I did. So in Judgement, we won't be fighting zombies or trying to survive a zombie apocalypse, thanks God. It feels like most of these kind of games, or 90% of them, are just about zombies. This time we'll be trying to survive a demon invasion on Earth. So it's one of the elements I really enjoy. It feels really good to be when you're fighting something else than zombies. And this is probably all I have to say about the game before we start playing, because the game has some kind of story that we'll be discovering as we play, so the game will pretty much introduce itself. And also I think I have some tutorials on, and I probably will leave them on. It's just some windows that will pop up, and you can read details about some mechanics in the game. I probably read most of them, but I'll leave them on for you guys because I won't be introducing all the details, explaining all the details about the game. It's usually quite simple, so just in case you want to know more, you can pause the video and read these tips for yourself. So let's start a new game. There are 3 difficulties, plus we can customize the difficulty if we want to by manually setting a difficulty of like each of these things, but I'll just go for challenging. With challenging, everything will be set to challenging. And if you, as you can see here, where is it? This is the way the game was meant to be played. So yeah, let's try it. Map seed. If you want to try or want to play on the same map, let's go 2801, 2801. That's day and month of my birth twice, so that's why I chose this number. Oh, here we can turn tutorials on. Okay, so let's do it. And we can start, that's the first step. In the second step we have to choose our starting characters. And by the way, if you want to join the Let's Play, be a part of the team, we can change names, so just let me know in comments, and you can be a part of the Let's Play. What do we want? Because this is a survival game and like colony builder, we need to build things, grow food, get some of the basic things people need for survival. So we probably want our first 3 survivors to have skills that affect like scavenging or speed up scavenging, probably farming, building, stuff like that. Survivalists are usually good at scavenging. Yeah, that looks good. Scavenging speed 75%. Then we have a believer, occult research. Well, why not? It's not negative. And bodybuilder, extra health, extra energy, extra nutrition. I'll talk a little bit more about these things as we get into the game. It's not bad. I'd prefer farming speed than scavenging speed, but for now it's okay. Builder is pretty good. And we have occultist. That's probably not the best class to start with. Weirdo means better with occult weapons. It'll take a while before we get to that, but can craft dark items. Again, it will take a while to get to that, but it's good to have it as a perk rather than being forced to take it during leveling, we can take something else instead. Then we have perception, why not? Weak, minus health sucks. But it's only 15%, which is not the end of the world. Okay, I think we can take this team. We should be able to get some more people soon. The main problem is we don't have anyone who would be good at farming. Then we also don't have anyone who would be good at and I don't know how is the right word. I'd like getting water. I'm not sure how exactly is that perk called in the game. But water is a big thing in this game, and if we can't get enough, we'll be in trouble. But, well, I'll risk it. I'll just start, and hopefully we get someone who is good with water soon. So here we start. Shelter. While out camping, 4 of you were attacked by a single powerful creature. Together, you barely managed to take it down, but Ned didn't make it. All around, more red eyes told of awful things looming in the shadows. You grabbed your supplies and made your way back to town, only to find it has been overrun, burning under a red sky. The apocalypse has begun. Yeah, this is why I think it's more about like trying to stop the apocalypse than being in the post-apocalyptic world. The 3 of you made your way to the nearby hidden valley that you used to hike to. It seems safe for now. You should set up camp, start with a shelter, a place to eat and rest. So our first goal is to build a log cabin with food table and bed, which should be pretty easy. And here are is like the book that is the help that I turned on. So if you want to read some of these tips, please just pause the video. And now, so here is the map where we'll be building our camp. And then there is another map, which is can we switch? There we go. Again, pause if you want to read the description of the world map. So the game is significantly larger than just this. And on the world map, we can create like a team that can travel around, visit all these different locations that we can loot or do more things. But before we can do that, we'll have to wait a while. So in this game, or every location on the world map is defended by some demons. So every time we go there, we'll have to fight. So there is a lot of fighting in this game. It's not just building some houses on this small map, trying to make your people happy, and that's it. Here it will be about fighting a lot. One of the problems that I have with the game, or that I would change about the game, is actually the fact that the combat is real-time. I would really prefer it to be turn-based, but even as a real-time, it still feels really good. I kind of like it, so why not? We will see that it's not bad, but I personally am more like a turn-based person, so yeah, that's just a wish. I'd like to see the combat to be more like an XCOM type. But well, let's focus on our first task. We need to build a log cabin. So we have 2 sizes, and I want to build the larger one. The first few items and the buildings, or first building, are free because we don't have that many resources. There are some basics: food, water, scraps, and 2 types of research. For research, we need to build some. Here is an experiment table, occult library, and later some more things. Okay, so basics. I want to build the first house near the well, because we'll need water from the well for our crops. So I want to minimize the time we spend going for water. Maybe I should build it here. I'm trying to imagine where the fields will be. Maybe even here. I think this should be fine. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not wrong, and I can fit all the fields where I want them to be. Okay. So that's one thing. And now I should probably also check a work assignment. So these are the tasks that our people can do. Let's quickly go through it. Building, research, mining, quarrying, training, chopping trees, patrolling, training and patrolling. You'll have to wait for quite a while to get to that. Then we have search debris. This is how we get scraps, fetch water, crafting, farming, occult research, and rituals. Now, some of our people, or actually only some of them, I thought that everyone had to be exceptional at least at one task, but it seems that it's not how it works. Our occultist likes doing rituals and occult research. You can see that by this green arrow, so it's his preferred task and gets more experience for that, but it's actually not good at that. If people are good at specific tasks, you can see here that they do it faster. So this is our engineer. Engineers usually are good at building, so that's Milan is gonna be our builder, that's for sure. But what about secondary tasks? Probably crafter. And when there is nothing to craft, be mining and quarrying. We won't be doing this that often, so I can give it a higher priority. When we need to mine or quarry something, she can quickly do it and then probably get to research. And if there's nothing to research, maybe something like this. These tasks really are not that important early. Now our survivalist, she's good at occult research, but that's something we'll do with other people. Our survivalists, especially first survivalists, will have to focus on farming and pretty much getting basic resources. Probably move and search debris the front of the line. We won't be doing it that often. Okay, and then it's about food. The rest I don't really care that much about. Okay, for now this will have to do, and hopefully we get at least 2 more people soon, and hopefully one of them will be good at farming. So this is a task for our builder. Meanwhile, probably want some more wood, and we want some more scraps. And you can probably go a bit faster. That's the first house, and what is it they wanted us to build? We can see it. No, where is it? It has to be here. Show tasks. Nope. I don't remember. What was it exactly? Here, mission. That's what I'm looking for. Food table and the bed. Okay, now food table and the bed. That reminds me, I should probably talk a little bit about our people. So they have 3 main stats: health, nutrition, and energy. Health, don't probably have to explain that. When it gets to 0, we lose the survivor, and there is nothing like injuries. When you have 0 hit points, you are dead. Then we have nutrition. Nutrition goes down with time, and you can get it back by eating. Simple. And then we have energy, again, goes down with time, and if you want to get it back, the survivor has to go to bed, sleep for some time, and it refills. Very simple. In this game, you don't have to have a bed for each survivor, like for example in RimWorld. Here more people can use one bed, not at the same time. When there are two people tired at the same time, just one of them goes to sleep, the other one has to wait. But it's probably enough to have one bed for like 4, maybe 5 people, not more. So hopefully before we get like 6 people, we'll be able to build beds, but it takes a while. We have to do some research for that. And is there anything else? Priorities, we have already seen this, and skills. Yeah, every colonist has, or colonist, not colonist, survivor has some specific skills. And here the highest level in the game is 5. And here be some more skills. We'll be always able to choose one of the skills on each level, so we can like specialize our people in certain tasks. Always these level ups are related to the class, so survivalists are usually more focused on like work inside the colony, whereas we can another class that we don't have right now but it's in the game, like fighter, so obviously those are more focused on combat. I think that's probably all I have to explain about the game. Also, we can have some gear, but for now I don't think that we have anything available. Yeah, weapon, armor, and something. This can be shield, amulets, med kits, just some accessories that we can use to modify some stats of our survivors. Okay, bed, and what was the last thing? I still don't remember. Food table. Food table, this one. So that's the first mission. Learning to farm. You now have a base of operations, but you are far from safe. Your supplies won't last forever. If you don't find a food and water source, you won't live long enough to worry about those creatures finding you. Before you can grow your own food, you need to learn how. We need to build experiment table and research farming. Okay. Research experiment table. Quickly build that. As you can see, the survivors, or I'll call them colonists, can pass through objects here, so we don't have to worry about like the exact positioning. As long as there is enough room for this specific object, we can just put it in and the people will somehow be able to get to everything. It would really be a pain in the ass if you had to always make some room in between these objects, because the basic houses are quite small. Okay, so far so good. And we have to research farming. So when we check research, let's pause. We have 5 types or branches of research. Base, this is focused on pretty much what's going on this map. The base development, defense, stuff like that. And first thing that we have to research is farming. It's very cheap, only 5 research points, but when we look down, the price goes up quite fast. 60, 120, 240, and later we'll get to like thousands. And here, this is just one branch of research. Then we have crafting. And this is also heavily focused on what's going on in the base. It's more focused on like getting resources for crafting. And here as the name suggests, here is where we are getting equipment for combat. We are starting with pretty simple things, like bows, but later we'll get to like pistols and a lot more. For these three branches, we need this type of research, science research, that we get from the experiment table. And then we have two more branches, occult and rituals. For that, we need occult research. For that, we need the library. And here we can research things like amulets. Where is it? There's some more. Like here, special types of weapons, demonite bow, like holy and dark items. That's I think how they're called. And rituals. For rituals, we need to build a magic circle where we can perform rituals that can help us with like growth of food. And well, I didn't get too far in this branch, so I'm not sure what else can we find here. Getting resources. Demon stamina looks like something that helps our people go without sleep, stuff like that. But overall, my feeling was that the rituals are not that effective and they're quite expensive. So for a while, I'll focus more on this branch, and I'm not sure how often we'll be doing rituals. Maybe I'll just test them a little bit just to show how they work. But as I said, this is a branch that probably needs some tweaking. Okay, so let's research, and we can already research farming, so let's do that. And now we should get another task. You figure out how to farm, use this knowledge and build some farms. They'll provide a steady supply of food. Resources are running low, but there are plenty lying around in the area. You can chop trees for wood, quarry for stone, and clay or search debris for scraps. So we need to build 2 vegetable farms to make sure we don't run out of food. But here, in this game, you can't eat raw food. You always have to make some kind of dish from this raw food. With vegetable farm only, all we can do is salads. But later we'll be able to do more different types, and with the food variety, our people will be getting some bonuses. So when we have access to more types of food, our people will be, let's say, more effective. Though it will take a while, and food can get pretty expensive. So sometimes we may have access to multiple types of food, but we still won't be able to use all of it because we just won't have enough resources for that. Or at least that was my experience in the test run that I did. So 2 farms, and you can see that we already don't have enough resources for the second farm. We'll need a little bit of stone that we can get here. Okay, that should be enough. So that's the second farm, and yeah. You can see that Milan was tired, so she stopped building the farm, had to go sleep. And now Maya can use the bed. So you can see that 1 bed for 3 people is easily enough. As I say, it's enough for like 4, maybe 5 people. So for now we don't have to worry about that, but in order to build more beds, we actually need to get to, I think, animal rising to get sheep, because then we can get wool, and then we can build another bed. It's not that we have to research beds, we just don't have materials, and we won't get the materials until we research the animal breeding, or how it's called. Okay, army results. These farms should keep you fed for now, but when your colony grows, you'll need to build more farms. Remember, you can't eat raw food, you'll need to constantly prepare meals. Keep an eye on your water supply too. Gather water from a nearby well when it starts to run low. Now that you have basic supplies, you should prepare to defend yourself. Make some weapons. This says craft 3 clubs, but how it works is just craft 3 weapons. So what I'm gonna do, oh, we don't have arrows, but we can probably make arrows. I want to have one melee as a shield and then focus on the ranged people, because the most effective way how to win fights here and safest way is to kill demons before they get in melee range, because they can be really dangerous when they're close. So we need, why can't I, oh, we need workbench. Okay, workbench. What do we need for workbench? We need a little bit more wood. Let's make some room around here. Crafting. Okay. So the game already tells us how to build or how to craft items, that we need a workbench. That should be enough, right? There we go. And with the workbench, that should be all the basics, I think. Just the workbench needs quite a lot of time before it's finished. And that'll be the case with most things that we will have to build from now on. Only the first few, like the basic building and bed and this food table, how it's called, they're built pretty much instantly, just speed up the start, but everything else takes quite a while to build and craft. Okay, so we have the crafting table, and now we need, hello, 2 arrows. There we go. Now when we have arrows, oh, we still need one more. There we go, now it's finished. Now we build 2 bows. That's 1 bow. Attack, really attacked. You don't have weapons yet. These weapons should help you. Why did we finish the 3rd one? I didn't know this. These weapons should help you defend your base from smaller groups of weaker demons. And not the moment too soon you've been found, get ready to defend your base. The early fights are super easy. It's probably impossible to lose a colonist during these early fights, but they'll get significantly tougher soon. Who's our engineer? Here. So our engineer will get the club, and our survivalist and the cultist will get bows. Because I'm doing this for a reason. Later, survivalist and I think the cultist as well can get some level ups where they get some bow skills, while engineer, I think as they level up they can focus more like on melee weapons, so I'm already giving them like appropriate weapons. And here is some basic description of combat, so you can pause if you want to read it. And here is our first demon coming. Just an imp, the weakest enemy in the game, weakest demon in the game, so we can just rush him. Come on, why is it taking so long? There we go. And after each fight we get some experience, loot. These basic demons drop sulfur. You're gonna need later for like gunpowder. And what is this? Scavenging. That's close, but next time you may not be so lucky. In order to survive, you can't just keep your head low. You need to figure out what's going on out there and gather supplies from nearby towns. You might want to make some better weapons before heading out. You already know how to make basic bows. And they're sending us to scavenge nearby location, which means go... Oh, assistance needed. Wait. which means they're sending us somewhere here. We can choose the first location, and after that we'll be able to like progress through those early quests. But here, someone who needs our help is being chased by an imp, and if we want to go anywhere we need to create a task force. For now the task force won't be that strong. We always have to leave someone in the base. I guess our survivalists will stay behind so that we have someone who take care of the food, and we'll send our engineer and occultist. We can change the name of the task force. How do I do it? Manage? Probably? Here? Yeah, I don't like the pink color. More like red? Maybe a darker red? This looks good. Let's take this guide. Okay. This way. Rescue. And on the way back, we can probably stop in one of these locations and finish that mission that we have currently. We can also check what do we have around. Here we already have some more types of demons, so I probably don't want to do that. Yeah, these are just two imps, so we can do that, but maybe it's better to focus on something that would give us scraps. Or water. Can we get water somewhere? Bad idea. Well, there are locations that have water, but defense is a little bit too strong for now. I'll probably just do this one, and then we go back, try to get some better weapons, maybe some basic armor. Then we can try some of the more difficult locations. It's still quite easy, but we only have 2 people, so I don't want to take any chances. So we can go a bit faster. There we go. So rescue missions. I'll get to awareness in a moment. So all the fighting will be on maps like this. You can see the size of the map. It's quite small, but it's more than enough. And specifically rescue mission, here there is somewhere a person in a cage, and we need to open the cage. We want to get the person, and then we still have to leave the area. As we are opening the cage and as we are leaving the area with the rescued person, there'll be demons spawning on the map. So until we successfully retreat, there is still danger. It's not enough to just open the cage. And also, there is already one demon, or can be more later, but in this case, one imp somewhere on the map. Usually it's better to just kill him immediately, because if we don't and start opening the cage, it will like trigger or aggro all the mobs on the map. So it's better to just take them out one by one. And later just take out everything that spawns while we are rescuing the person. Though in this case, we can probably just ignore this rule and start the rescue. I mean, all that is going to spawn now are imps, and they're very easy to kill. Okay, let's speed things. Oh, why can't I go faster there? We are waiting for the imp to come. Okay, and now you can see that when he's dead, progress is much faster, and now it's stopped. That means that something spawned on the map. It should be just another imp coming from somewhere. Probably during the rescue we can't go faster than twice the normal speed. We had someone... Actually, we have someone who's faster at scavenging, it just didn't take her. That speeds up the process of the rescue. So this one we got only one extra imp, but later we can like, spawn more mobs during the rescue. And with people who are good at scavenging, you can reduce that because they can do it faster. I'll have to keep that in mind. So whom did we get? We got another engineer. I'm not too happy about that. I'd rather have either fighter or another survivalist. Okay, let's see what he's good at. Skills. He's a crafter. That's not bad. We have a builder, now we have a crafter. Fine. Vegan, max energy sucks. For extra farming speed, well, why not? He can help with farms when he's not crafting. Can craft medicine, that's not bad. Accuracy, and he's definitely not a fighter. Okay, so this will be a guy who'll be staying behind. An alien abductee, ritual speed, accuracy. Yeah, definitely not a person that you want to take into combat. Research speed, and this is a normal research. This guy is not that bad, he just is useless for combat. Can mine minerals, that's not bad. Not a typical engineer, but, well, he actually has some skills that we really need. So now we rescued him. These are kills and recall task force. I'll say yes because they'll be going in the right direction. But then you rescue someone, he immediately appears in the base. So we already have Glenn back. The task force is on the way, but the rescuee will spawn in the camp immediately. So we can tell him what do we want from him. Rituals, don't care for now. You can mine and quarry, and you can build. Okay, so highest priority for Glenn will definitely be crafting. Then, because he's good at farming, he'll help. He, or it's not his preferred task, so he won't be getting extra experience, but he is still faster. And when there's nothing else to do, he'll do research because also he's faster at that, and that's probably all he'll ever do. Okay, now we need someone, a survivalist that's good at fetching water, and we'll be fine. Let's go a bit faster. And I just noticed that this episode is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. But I still want to do this first scavenging mission, so let's do that quickly. Is it the one? Yeah, 2 imps. So, scavenge. Shouldn't take long, really. So, scavenging missions. Usually what I do during scavenging missions is that I kill all the mobs that are on the map and get all the loot automatically, but sometimes it can happen that the mobs on the map are just too strong. In that case, what you can do, there are crates on the map, and you can get those crates without triggering the guards that are just randomly walking on the map. So you can avoid them, get to those crates, and loot them without being noticed, and then leave the map. Later in some missions, it will be important because we'll have to get items guarded by mobs that we won't be able to kill, so this will be like a stealth missions sometimes. But for now, come on, let's just find imps. No. I definitely don't want them to attack our range people, because melee fighters have bonuses when they're hitting ranged characters. That's why I want to have a tank with me. Come on. There we go. Can we start, like, killing that thing? There we go. Yeah, we could really use a real fighter, because our engineer is already taking damage, even from imps. On the other hand, we don't have any armor, so that's probably the reason. So, what's now? Investigating there's probably something missing. Remember, we are still in early access. The world has turned to hell. It's only a matter of time before your small base is overwhelmed by hell's minions. You must figure out what went wrong and how to put a stop to this. While exploring, you see several weird symbols and runes that you've never seen before. You should designate an area to study the occult and maybe figure out where all these demons are coming from. The next goal is to build occult library and research demon origins. That can wait. There's no time limit for these things. So I'll probably research some like better weapons and armor before I start researching demons. And here we go. Our task force is back. So this will be all for this episode. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you liked the game. And that you're gonna join me for the next episode again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.